future of grief.
Radiant are scanning.
Bounty. Two-legged abomination.
A prize!
I'm dead.
Illusion!
Radiant are scanning.
I'll take one.
Your turn to ban. Five seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Your turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Bow to your king. Buy my crown.
Prepare for battle.
Take a knee, peasant. Tis I. Submit to the Wraith King's rule. By my decree. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Prostrate yourself.
30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
You've never known war unless you've warred with a wraith. As you advise. I'll consider it. Wise counsel. War is torn. There are wraiths among you. Wraiths! Your king is here. Bow before me. Behold the wraith. Mine to claim.
For you.
What are you afraid of? I walk among you. Tut tut! I am your liege. You are in my presence. Be about it. We are in the likes of you. Who dares look upon the wraith? You're on fire! Behold your king! I'm always at my best. Go to... Obey me! So what if I swagger? Questionable. Your king moves of his own accord. Who's in charge here? All upon them! So what if I swagger? Behold, my reach extends! Prostrate yourself. Behold the wraith! Death is my bitch! Who's in charge here? Wraith! Your king is here! At my word! As you advise. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Peasant. 'Tis I. I am your liege. I'll consider it. No. War is torn. Behold your king. We are in agreement. You are in my presence. At my word. By any measure. I'm always at my best. Fall upon them. There are wraiths among you. Take a knee, peasant. Great kings. It is only right that first blood should go to your king. By my decree. Your king moves of his own accord. Questionable. Who's in charge here? Tis I. I'll consider it. I walk among you. By my decree. Wraiths, your king is here. War is torn. I'm always at my best. You are in my presence. Be about it. Come, let's be about it. We are in agreement. As you advise. There are wraiths among you. What are you afraid of? Attack!
Denied.
Be not timid. Who dares look upon the wraith? Prostrate yourself. Wise counsel. Obey me! Go to! 'Tis your honor. Behold the wraith! By my crown! Keep your thoughts to yourself. Give to your king. By any measure. So what if I swagger? War is torn. I walk among you. Bow before me. Go to. Behold the wraith. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Your king moves of his own accord. Obey me. Even wraiths have come. Behold your king. what if I swagger? There are wraiths among you. Submit to the Wraith King's rule. Fall upon them. You are in my presence. I'll consider it.
Your middle tower is under attack.
At my word. By any method. Not yet. What are you afraid of? Soon perhaps I'll choose a queen. 'Tis I. I am your liege. Wise counsel. Wraiths, your king is here. Who dares look upon the wraith? Don't get up. As you advise. Prostrate yourself. Bow before me. My next
Your
coronation.
middle tower is under attack.
We are in agreement. Questionable. Who's in charge here? I'm always at my best. Your king requires. 'Tis
Your middle
honor.
tower is under attack.
Who's in charge here? Behold the wraith! So what if I swagger? Be about it. As you advise. I'm always at my best. I'm not ready. Your king moves of his own accord. By my crown. I want it all. Take a knee, peasant. Wraiths, your king is here. Come, let's be about it. We are in agreement. Questionable. Be not timid.
I'll take that as tribute.
By my decree,
Your top tower is under attack.
bow before me. Come, let's be about it. Now, this is too... I'll take that. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Prostrate yourself. Take a knee, peasant. Obey me. It's not time yet. Not yet! Death yet. War is torn. There are wraiths among you. 'Tis your honor. Behold your king. A prince no longer.
Your top tower is under attack.
Submit to the Wraith King's rule.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
You are in my presence. I walk among you. Fall upon them. By any measure. 'Tis your honor. I'm not ready. Be not timid. Who dares look upon the Wraith? I am your liege. King me!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Mine.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
What are you afraid of?
Your top tower has fallen.
Not
Your bottom tower has been denied.
by my crown. Go to. At my word. What are you afraid of? I'll consider it. We are in agreement. There are wraiths among you. At my word. Wise counsel. By my decree. Wraiths, your king is here. Come, let's be about it. By my crown. Keep your thoughts to yourself. I am your lead. Take a knee, peasant. any measure. I'm your once and future Tizar! For the treasury! Bow before me.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Behold the wraith! Obey me! Be not timid. It's a king thing. Go to. Prostrate yourself. I'm always at my best. Who dares look upon the wraith? Submit to the Wraith King's rule. Who's in charge here? Every coin counts. Your king rules of his own accord. War is torn. I walk among you.
Your bottom tower
You
is
are
under
in
attack.
my presence.
Dire's structures are fortified.
By any measure. Prostrate yourself. I'm under attack. All upon them. Tizar! Behold. Now for your cool spirit. Be about it. Triple kill. A subject for the Wraith King. Bow before
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
war is torn. Be not timid. What are you afraid of? It's not time yet. Submit to the Wraith King's rule. Give to your king. Take a knee, peasant. King's ascension. Go to. Keep your thoughts to yourself. By my crown. Behold your king. There are wraiths among you. At my word, I'm under attack. By my decree. So what if I swagger? Not yet. You are in my presence. Behold the the wraith! Fall upon them! I am your liege! Obey me! I'll consider it. Come, let's be about it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Who dares look upon the wraith? I'm not ready. It's not time yet. I'm not ready.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm always at my best.
Your top tower is under attack.
Who's in charge here? Wise counsel. Your king moves of his own accord. I walk among you. Wraiths, your king is here. We are in agreement. As you advise. 'Tis your honor.
Double damage.
As you advise. We are in agreement. You are in my presence. Questionable. Fealty. Behold the wraith. War is torn. Submit to the Wraith King's rule. Your flesh falls. Spirit bound.
Some more worship.
Your king moves of his own accord. So what if I swear? At my word. Fall upon them. Bow before me. By my decree. I know once and future thee. By my crown. There are wraiths among you. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Wraiths, your king is here. It's not time yet. Go to. I'm always at my best. Prostrate yourself. By any measure. Behold your king.
Radiant structures are fortified. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Alert the heralds! I'm back! Double kill! I walk among you.
Your middle tower is under attack.
'Tis your honor.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Who's in charge
Your
here?
middle tower is under attack.
The wrath of a race. I am your liege. Tis I. King unseen.
Your top tower
king
is under
moves
attack.
Of his own accord. Who's in charge here? Assault cuirass. Take a knee, peasant. By any measure,
Your top tower is under attack.
obey me. By my decree. Not yet. I'm not ready. You are in my presence. It's not time yet. Not yet. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Who dares look upon the ring? Let's be about it.
Sean has fallen to the dire.
As you advise. It's not time yet. So what if I swagger? War is torn. Tis your honor. I'll consider it. Wise counsel.
Your bottom tower is under attack. The enemy's middle tower is falling. The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Dire victory.
Welcome to all my new...
We came together in the winter on an ordinary street. That day I'd call you my sister, even though we'd barely meet. We came to take some action. We came to win this fight. We came to use our voices. We unite. We're marching on and on and on. We're marching on and on and on. We're powerful in numbers. We'll stand together strong. On and on and on. We joined our hands in resistance to inequality. Looking back but marching forward in solidarity. No fear of revolution, no fear to do what's right. Time's up for resolution. We will rise. We're marching on.
We must rise!
On and on and on. We're marching on and on and on. We're powerful in numbers. We'll stand together strong. On and on and
We got Team Secret and Team Liquid going head-to-head here in the upper division of the Western European DPC League. You are watching Dream League Season 15, powered by Intel. And Team Secret at the moment is 2 and 3. Not doing too hot on the old ranking. Better yet, they still are. Team Liquid still have a chance of making it to that top and force.
taking out Zai, seen him struggle. His Axe has been dominant, seen him struggle, as we said, a little bit on the Mars. Nisha Morphling's been something that's been tried and tested, and he wins the majority of those games on it. So, okay, putting them on the back foot. Let's see what we got. Even though we were talking in the back, AA is probably going to be a very popular pick.
Yeah.
They still look to ban out Morphling. And
there they pick it. There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as we figured.
Yeah, like you look at Secret's previous games, out of like 8 or 9, the 3 wins that they've obtained have been off the back of Axe and Morphling. So this is Liquid very much putting them in a position of your only success has come from these combinations. Show us something new.
Yeah.
Please open up your playbook a little bit more. But honestly, watching Liquid is so exciting right now because they're kind of Sumo just adds that extra layer to the team right now, and it is really just, whew, I don't know, hard to put into words.
I think they've found some like really amazing dynamic too with Koikfa and Taiga now laning together instead of like Boxy and Taiga. Like Koikfa is actually very good in this offlane. It's very comfortable here.
Very smooth transition.
It is exactly. And now Taiga, I feel like he's actually thriving a little bit better off of that because I feel like Koikfa is sacrificing himself a little bit more, just like Boxy does, but in a bit of a cleaner manner.
What are we hearing?
Is that that's the lines? That's the team.
Oh my!
Team
I legit thought we like
had
Liquid comms on Discord, and we're like,
Yeah, I'm like, wow, there's been a mistake.
because Blitz, I heard, Blitz was saying about push. I was like, we need more push. I was like, brother, you've only picked a snap. Calm down. You got 4 more picks.
I was a little worried there too, but yeah, there's definitely been Liquid been buying their own voice lines. Then I mean, I would too, to be fair.
So I played up against Blitz in an unranked game the other day. He played a mid Snapfire.
He did.
And that alone might give me a reason to believe that this is... No, it's not.
Well, to be totally honest, I've even seen Mikke play safe lane Snapfire.
And I love that.
It's a super flexible pick. We've seen Liquid do all kind of crazy stuff. However, I actually do think that there's some cool stuff just coming out from the opener here. Strong laner, if it is, let's say, Koikfa gonna be the Magnus, ways to play around it. Cold feet. If you get cold feeded, you got a cookie, you got a skewer to break it. So 2 different types of mechanics to at least avoid the chain stun combo that couldn't come out, which we've seen so often with these AAs, like Wraith King, Svens, even Trolls at times.
Also, I like this as well because it puts a little bit of pressure on Secret to think about like PA. There we go. Okay, they pick it straight away. I was gonna say, because if they don't pick PA now, they're most likely gonna have to ban it because you're just giving away such an easy draft with Lil Shredder minus armor, Empower, some PA running at you, and instead they just take it away. Which it's quite nice because when you think about the type of stuns Liquid has, you can easily disconnect yourself from this. And yeah, just solid opening so far, nothing too revealing. This is where the ban phase will be a bigger indicator.
Wonder if we do see something maybe like a Wyvern come into play here for Insania. He loves playing save heroes. You see PA, you know it's going to be a physical draft, but you're into AA, which always is a little bit scary at times, but it does do its job. You know, it does do that work and get you some nice setup, which is a potential. And people are liking Wyvern more. I thought the hero was not going to see as much play, but I'm seeing it a bit more than I thought.
Yeah, it really depends on the type of team you're playing against, where if they're playing more for laning pressure than picking Wyvern, you're enabling that and it's going to hurt your draft. But when you see a little like slow rotation heroes who can't really be active on the map, they just play static lanes, then you can just AFK in the lane, get quick levels. That's when it can thrive. But I would be a little bit put off just because of the AA matchup.
Just because of the AA,
it just, like you never happily cold embrace someone. It's as if you're giving away the free ultimate.
Banning out the Tide, combo breaker, strong hero as well. Zai, I think, is going to get some limited hero pool.
No, yeah, for sure. He's going to be targeted pretty hardcore now. And like the reason why I like Secret having PA here is because the heroes that Insania plays naturally are heroes that don't want to be jumped on the backlines, right? You think of some Grim, some Oracle, and you don't want to really pick team fight like a Warlock because now you're going to have a Mag RP, a Warlock Golem, and a Snapfire. Lots of big damage, but not enough like smaller stuns. So I like the fact that this PA pick, it also breaks down the type of hero that Insania play, unless he just plays a casual Mag 5, for example.
I mean, they could flex.
Exactly,
they could flex so many things here on Liquid. In the bans, Wind Ranger ban makes sense. We saw Sumiel the other day. Straight up builder for MKB can be a counter pretty hard versus both of these. You're elusive. AA Blast can be hard to hit sometimes on these win runs. You're good versus PA in the matchup. Seeing a Legion ban coming out.
Ooh, do you think Secret will be looking at Void as another potential ban? The idea of just the easy enabler of Magnus and the layer damage of Snapfire. PA can never be too happy in these engagements. But of course, PA into Mag Void does feel pretty nice much later into the game if you get the jump.
Maybe it would be too cooldown reliant for the side of Liquid, but perhaps. Legion, as we said, Zai, he's going to be very targeted in this one. Take out that Legion too. And when you see PA in a draft, most of the draft does revolve around that PA. So anything to just kind of protect him is going to be one of those approaches that we would probably see Secret go. So save, gone.
These offlane bans.
Zai's already like, oh god, all right, well, whatever. I play. Zai's like,
He
hit the
plays
random button.
everything.
Hit the random
Yeah.
button. So he's still got those opportunities for privilege.
So what are some of the heroes that you guys were talking about that you really wanted to see this this series? Lone Druid was one of them?
Lone Druid was one. We were talking about AA Slardars
Yeah.
a lot, so those were taken.
Lone
out
Druid does
early.
fall off because of PA. I think when you play Lone Druid into PA, you always just feel like you're going to get blown up, and when you go high ground, you're just going to get jumped, and it's going to be a bit too hard. But Liquid, their bans, it makes me feel that maybe the mag could just be some casual 5 because they're banning more independent off lanes that
true.
easily deal with enabled carries and physical damage, and yeah, Timber as well. So
Okay, yeah, that actually does make a lot of sense. Zai's gonna.
oh, they just go for Oracle. Okay. Quickly on the map. A farm game is what Liquid are looking for right now.
And it can't just be that straight counter, of course, versus the AA. As we figured, Insania is gonna look for one of those saves.
Considering it is Team Liquid and they have done this before, even in tiebreakers from the previous season, is there a chance of a Huskar, or is that not really in the books today?
I think with the role swap scenario, I think it's less likely.
Oh, they go for
And
the
they just go,
strike?
yeah, it's just
They
like,
go
of
for
course,
the
Leshrac,
Lesh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just the go-to. They picked it last time they played up against PA, against Smashers. It was the same concept of draft. It was Snapfire, Slardar, Oracle, Leshrac. This time swapping out the Slardar for the Magnus.
Yeah, I'm actually quite a big fan of Lesh right now, especially like 10 times more if you have any type of way to protect him. Extra
Yeah.
protection.
And also when you have Magnus plus Leshrac, whoever's being empowered also wants access to the jungle. So Liquid are going to have to do a really good job at enabling Leshrac to farm the topside jungle away from Ancients, whilst also stacking the Ancients for whoever's going to get empowered. So they're going to have to be really efficient on the jungle. And in Secret, they're now looking at that 4 pairing to play with the Sand King. Of course, like Willow, Mirana come to mind, a casual Rubik as well, but yeah, just any ranged hero to apply some pressure. Wow, they actually just go for a puck.
Okay, seeing some limited catch for him in particular.
Yeah.
Lots of team fight. Secret really doubling down on it. Oracle looks quite good. Like this, just Fate's Edict in general looks really detrimental toward the side of Secret. But Secret's looking to battle. That's what we did see.
A lot of fight.
OG Secret, that was 37 to 37, like these crazy type of battle coming out from them. So
Yeah, the key thing here is they're not looking to battle head on. They're having the wave clear, they're having the tower defense, and then they'll take the fight after when PA jumps in after.
and ways to swoop around to the back line here to catch onto the Oracle here. Nice silence for coverage too. Both teams.
And look, they picked the puck here because like I mentioned pos 4s, but realistically I listed like 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
And there's not enough bans to cover that, so they instantly snap up the mid hero that can at least play into Leshrac and not instantly die. We've seen Sumo dominate quite a lot of lanes on this Lesh so far.
And there's, for Nisha, this will be the first puck for the season, actually.
Okay.
Okay. And I mean, I don't want to put it out completely just yet, but we used to see Puppy play puck.
Yes.
We have
True.
seen Yapsor play AA. If they do some
True.
crazy aggressive sanking AA,
Do.
it's not great, but thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, it still could be flexible. It's not likely. It's probably just going to be the more standard, but
The real question for Liquid is what is going to be their empowered core? We've mentioned like Void already. I think that's still pretty good, especially into the type of lane that Secret are presenting. It helps with the enabled damage of Leshrac as well.
they could just go for something really safe like a Jug.
Okay. Yeah, true.
Right?
In my mind, I'm thinking like
It's not a
Void,
good core matchup, but
Jug, true. Core matchup's kind of awkward, but the rest of the game, it's really good. And then also they could just double down on passive nature and just go for like a Spectre. And
No
just be like,
Jug.
we're going to win the late game hardcore.
they banned the Jug. I like
Yep.
the Jug just because like you can't get ganked. Like you
Sure,
see
yeah.
a puck get coiled, you just see spin TP out. You have like so many different ways to play around it. The lane, you actually can pose kill threat pretty nicely here too.
Oh yeah, give Sand King, that's the key thing, right? It's,
Shuts him
you
down.
need to give Sand King a game, and Troll Jug are the more dominant cores.
Yes.
The carries that I just mentioned are less lane winners, so that would actually enable a Sand King. So yeah, these bans are very much tailored toward giving Yapsor and Zai some pressure in the lane.
Do we like a Faceless Void for Team Liquid still? I mean, in terms of what's still in the pool and what Mickey has been recently playing.
I still don't mind it. We'll see what pick Secret go for. It's Willow or Rubik is the 4s, unless they're doing some roll swap shenanigans, and this is, you know, a bit of flexibility here.
I like these two bans, the Nyx and the Mirana. Mirana, even though you're into Oracle, your Oracle has to commit
Well, he will die in
ultimate
the lane.
Dispel,
That's-
and yeah, he'll die in the lane. So I do like that, Ben. Nyx also makes a lot of sense when you're playing with the AA or versus the AA. Great way to scout, great way to get information in backlines versus like Oracle. So good bans.
So
On
what's-
both sides, I like both of them actually.
Yes. What's secret flexing here, though? Are they being creative, or is it just a puck mid? Oh, they go for a beast mod. Okay.
Oh,
So it is going to be some most likely
5 puck, right?
5 puck. Yeah, 5.
You think
puck
Nisha
in AA.
Beastmaster still?
Yeah.
Yep, looks
Yeah,
like it.
sure.
Okay.
Oh, Insane just
So-
scooting around. Beep, beep, need to pick my hero. And what's left? They need, most
Mickey.
likely, yeah, they're carrying.
I've not seen a Beastmaster since the nerf.
Yeah, I
Definitely not seeing a whole bunch of them. Not in the mid lane for sure.
No,
when the nerf-
and into dispels too. You're
Yeah.
into Oracle, who can dispel the buff,
That's very
debuffs.
true,
You also
yeah.
just pop a Fate's Edict onto somebody,
Yep.
protect versus Axis too. So, bit of an interesting choice coming out from Secret.
but it gives them that grouping, like when they play their laning phase, PA with 1 active item, Sanking Blink, and then the Beastmaster Ags, they'll instantly get an Aegis for the PA. It takes around 30 seconds now compared to the 20 before the nerf.
True.
And that will give PA enough time to run into what Liquid have. They don't have cheap stuns. They can't lock down this PA. And if she has an Aegis, it's going to be a big threat. So I like the idea of Beastmaster just for giving that Aegis potential.
And they do have ways
let's
to
push, yeah.
and they do have ways to at least get onto Oracle. Like Puck's job is gonna have to be just to disrupt this
Mm-hmm.
Oracle, because otherwise, Beastmaster Roar, that's one that you feel very good about just false promising right on
Exactly,
top
yeah.
of. So I'm a little bit skeptical on this Beast pick. I gotta be honest. I feel
Question.
like it could suffer in lane.
The
Answer.
voice lines, are those going out to
They go
the...
for
And they do
yeah,
just go
sure.
for Void.
Yeah,
Are they go out to the enemy team as well? Or is it all chat?
It's
Or is it...
all chat. So basically,
Oh, okay.
for a fine price of nearly 20 quid, you get all chats for like a couple weeks.
Okay, I was just
Oh.
curious, considering it was pretty funny hearing. Let's just constantly say let's push, or whatever.
Yeah, I think teams could have been a little bit better with their all chats, knowing that their team has access to it. But yeah, as expected, the Liquid does eventually go for the Void.
Look at Secret, who's playing what? They're just
Yeah.
doing it a little bit more standard. Nisha is gonna play Puck. Zai's
Wow.
actually gonna play
Okay,
Beastmaster.
sure.
So they're gonna play like the normal, I guess, roles. And Yaps are playing Sanking. This lane looks weak though.
Which is
Beastmaster
interesting.
Sanking.
Beastmaster is technically the old age counter to the Void.
It is.
In terms of laning phase. Of course, not buying Necro might offset that slightly and give Void some better presence. But if you just go for a Dominator, still will have the same impact. But dude, I like the skirmishing, the fight from Secret. But yeah, Liquid just double.
The game itself will definitely be exciting and made even extra exciting by our commentary duo of Cap and Kyle.
You're too kind, Sheever. We'll try our best anyway. But yeah, this is going to be the first real test for Liquid with the new Sumail lineup, right? They've managed to face up against Brame, Hellbear Smashers, Tundra, all teams that are expected to be bottom 4. But now they're facing up against Team Secret, who are supposed to be, anyway, the top dogs of the group. Not
coming out, Arteezy's beautiful face. This is the first time I've seen him streaming in a while. If you're watching, please feel free.
Yeah, so just for everybody knows, yeah, if you could tell right there, Secret are supporting evil geniuses. As I have no doubt that Zai was probably leading that charge, as yes, they were spamming that one earlier. Stop jungling, let's push. And then Insania was spamming his own line, which is, I know we probably lost, but let's try anyway.
That's a great life motto. We're going to see this all day. Probably all week, all year perhaps, depends on how long these last. But yeah, to set the stage, you know, Liquid, they're in a scenario, they can still come out first of this group and put themselves in a great place to qualify, but they would need to beat Secret, beat OG, and then win a tiebreaker against Alliance. So must win. And Secret, they're just trying to get to the major. They're qualified to TI, but would probably like to spare themselves the embarrassment of possibly being relegated, which is in the cards if they were to lose here today.
Can you imagine some insane scenario? We're going to TI, but we're also a lower division team.
See you after TI. What would happen? You win TI. Does that help you? Is there a provision that you get upgraded, or would you just go,
that would be common sense, but at the same time, I mean, rules are rules.
Rules are rules, Cap. Rules are rules.
Nice D-ward there by Secret. Of course, you saw the nice ward bro being spammed by Liquid as they do get D-warded. All right, so our top lane matchup, Secret did do a bit of a swerve. They picked up the Sand King. They're like, here's our offlaner, here's our offlaner. Boom, it's a 4 position. We're actually at Beastmaster instead. Do you like this? Do you think that swerve is actually going to be good for Secret?
I mean, I love Beastmaster. I think it's underpicked. Yes, we removed Necro. Yes, the Ags was nerfed, but the hero itself got a ton of buffs. Look at that base damage of the Bracer, 68 damage. You are one of the only offlaners that is actually like more base damage than a Void. That's insanity. They are going to initiate on him.
It is pretty crazy.
Nice ward, bro. Nice ward, bro.
Вот. Это значит, что можно сейчас немножко подзалить. Ну, не...
En línea. Ahora, Sankin de Jab solo lo va a obligar a...
You have a hard time doing the same.
Our first blood still open in the air here, trying to go for the skewer back, does manage to get him. Taiga very low, so he's unable to assist that attempted kill onto Puppey. He'll take last hits while Koifa is away. How do you feel Koifa has transitioned to back to the off lane?
Oh, very well. I love what he's been doing. I think his hero pool is still a bit limited. We haven't really seen him play much outside of maybe Slardar and Mag. But I do like the way he's adjusted, even if you look at his skill build. 2 points in Q. That was changed in that last patch. Empower got a slight nerf, or a buff rather, but more importantly, the Shockwave had a mana cost reduction. So super valuable, especially when you rush this stick against two heroes that are always spamming spells.
Too bad. Taiga, if he had gone for that suicide in the tower 5 seconds later, then he would have found a courier kill to go with it. But as it is, he just wants to be able to reset, come back into lane, ferry a bunch of regen for Koifa. Who, is kind of needing it due to, as you said, all the spam of the daggers from the PA. Top lane still going at it. But now the boar is getting tough to be able to nuke down, and Mickey is having a harder and harder time being able to push Zai out of lane.
Is Zai also going for the stats build, you know, double bracer? I'm curious to see how he's going to itemize up here. Now a raindrop and boots, because there's a lot of arguments here. You can go for the aura build, you can still try to play with creep army and just get the early HOD, but typically when we saw HODs picked up, they were rushed. So I expect him to go for maybe just a first item Solar Crest, more of a battle build. Who knows? He has nothing queued up.
Here comes Mickey. He's going to time walk into this one. He managed to get a lucky first hit bash here, which will allow him to do a lot more damage onto Zai as he chases him down, but the boar will allow him to disengage, and that is part of the problem. Bottom lane, Koifa going in for a deep dive here to try and finish off Puppey.
Wow, he even has the 2 points in Skewer. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
No.
Typically, you'll see Empower skilled up earlier just because at a point he'll be moving around Mickey and giving him that free Battle Fury, but more of the laning pressure build.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tripping out for a moment there. I was like, wait, when did we get a kill?
Yeah.
It was just a suicide earlier. That first blood is still available, and they're going to go for it on the side of Liquid. A two-man shockwave skewer combination, and Puppey is going to be left behind, while Matumba Man is able to use his mobility, jump away to safety. First blood going to Taiga.
So you're saying, how is he adjusting? Well, what was that, a two-person shockwave into skewer back combo? You're typically going to find it challenging to do that onto just one target. But both mid laners like to watch this. Sumail, you know, we remove luck from the first couple of runes, but 6 minutes he grabs an arcane rune. That's money in the bank right there. And now he's top net worth because of his ability to then farm out the jungle with ease.
Did he have stacks available, or was that?
I believe there was a double on the hard camp by Ancient Stack. I could be incorrect.
That would do it. Sumail stacking for himself there.
I just stack easy camp ones and stack hard camp. We did that rotation.
This is nice. You see him, he's fighting the stacks that were placed. There is a ward. Defensive ward plays because they want to
get over everything. They really want to punish Yasser for this. They're going to go for it. He's going to be stuck here. They want damage, but does have to shrink on to two on the other direction. Away from mid-game, but he's too slow to get them staying ahead of them. Should be dying here. See, he didn't kill. It's remarkable that they actually, and it's not sometimes you see a carry lead his lane to protect that stack like he did.
But I mean, that's the Liquid style, especially now with Sumail in the mid lane, playing around his life track, especially in this game as more of the carry. I love Sumail's itemization. Grounded an early cloak. Expect that to become an eternal shroud at a point. I've been talking with Tigo about this. You don't get the spell amplification stack if you were to take a Bloodstone extra shroud, but the lifesteal from the spells does stack.
Managed up in death, Gap Store. Make a sandstorm burrows trying to play way too much damage. They did not, as it make their damage correctly. Sumail was able to tank through it.